You think being kind makes people love you? You think being humble makes people respect you? You think being available makes people value you? But here's the brutal truth. The more you try to please, the less people actually care. Because every time you trade your peace to keep others comfortable, you teach them one dangerous lesson. Your boundaries are optional, and one day you wake up exhausted, invisible, and wondering why no one treats you with the same kindness you give so freely. Today, we're exposing 7 good habits that quietly destroy your self-respect and how to rebuild strength without losing compassion. The first thing you need to stop doing is apologizing for existing. You're walking down the hallway. Someone bumps into you. Before you even look up, you say it. Sorry, you didn't do anything wrong. But you say it anyway. You do it in conversations, after you share an idea. When you say no, you say sorry just for speaking up. Stop. Just stop. You sound like you're asking permission to exist. The more you say sorry, the less people take you seriously. You think you're being polite, but you're training them to ignore you. You think it's kindness. It's fear dressed as manners. Your brain learned that apology brings relief. Relief feels safe. But safety isn't respect. Every time you say sorry for nothing, you hand your power away. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not over what happens around you." Strong people don't shrink to fit in. They take their place. When you stop saying sorry for nothing, people stop expecting it. That's when they stop talking over you and start listening. The second thing you need to stop doing is explaining yourself to people who don't deserve it. You say no and then you start talking. You cancel plans and then you tell the whole story. You change your mind and then you feel guilty about it. You think if they just understood your reasons, they'd stop judging you. But they don't. Because the more you explain, the less they listen. Stop. Just stop. You sound like you're asking for permission to say no. Here's what really happens when you over-explain. You train people to question you. Every reason you give becomes something they can use against you. Oh, you're busy? It'll only take 5 minutes. Tired? Don't be lazy. Have plans? Cancel them. This matters. Your brain learned that being understood feels safe. So it keeps talking, trying to earn peace with words. But peace never comes that way. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Strong people don't explain their boundaries, but they hold them. When you stop explaining, people stop pushing. And that's when your no finally starts to mean something. The third thing you need to stop doing is trying to help everyone. You hate watching people struggle, so you step in. You fix things, give advice, make it better. You do it at work, with friends, even family. You think it's being kind, but deep down you're scared of not being needed. Here's the problem. The more you help, the less people respect it. At first they say, "Thank you." Then they expect it. Soon they stop caring at all. They don't see how much you do because they've learned you'll always do it. You make their life easier and they make yours harder. Seneca said it best. He who helps everyone helps no one. If someone never learns to fix their own mess, stop cleaning it for them. The truth is, when you keep rescuing people, you teach them they don't have to grow. And the moment you stop, they'll either grow up or give up. Either way, you stop being their backup plan. When you stop helping everyone, some people will get angry. Not because you hurt them, but because you stopped making their life easier. They'll call you selfish. Let them. The ones who actually care will start taking responsibility and treating you with respect. You finally start helping yourself. The fourth thing you need to stop doing is avoiding conflict. You tell yourself you're keeping the peace, but really you're just keeping quiet to stay safe. You bite your tongue when you want to speak. You nod when you disagree. You smile when someone crosses a line. You call it being easygoing, but it's really fear. Fear of rejection. Fear of losing approval. Fear of being seen as difficult. Here's what happens. Every time you stay quiet in meetings, people talk right over you. People stop asking what you think. They stop noticing when you're uncomfortable. You think you're avoiding tension, but you're teaching people to ignore you. You do it with your boss. You do it with friends. You even do it with your partner, apologizing just to end the argument. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." You can't control other people's tempers, but you can control whether you speak up. Start small. Disagree once. When someone cuts you off, finish your sentence. When your boss is wrong, say so, calmly. You don't need to fight, just stop vanishing. Some people will get uncomfortable. Good. That means you finally stopped pretending, and the ones who stay are the ones who respect you. The fifth thing you need to stop doing is chasing perfection. You call it high standards, but it's really fear. Fear of being judged, fear of being seen as not enough. You rewrite one sentence 10 times before posting it. You reopen the same file again and again because one more tweak feels safer than being done. You call it discipline, but it's control. You fix slides no one will notice. You check emails 3 times before sending. You delete photos because your smile isn't right. You're not improving the work. You're trying to erase your humanity. Your brain mistakes control for safety. The tighter you grip, the more you lose focus. Perfection doesn't protect you. It paralyzes you. People stop noticing your effort. They just expect more. You think you're improving the work. You're really punishing yourself for not being flawless. Nietzsche said, "You become what you pretend to be." Keep pretending you're flawless and you'll forget how to be human. Strong people don't chase perfect work. They finish the job, send it out, and start the next one. While you're still fixing the same slide, someone else already took the credit. Perfection doesn't make you better, it just makes you late. Done is better than endless, and real growth only happens once you let go. The sixth thing you need to stop doing is living without boundaries. You say yes when you want to say no. You answer messages you don't owe a reply to. You stay in conversations long after you've lost interest. You tell yourself it keeps the peace, but really, you're just afraid of disappointing people. Here's the truth. Every time you ignore your limits to keep someone happy, you teach them you don't have any. And once people realize you'll always say yes, they stop asking if you can. They just expect you will. You skip rest to meet deadlines that aren't yours. You fix problems that were never yours to solve. And when you finally sit down, your phone lights up again. Can you take this call? Can you cover for me? Can you help real quick? Aristotle said, "To love others is easy, but to love yourself is the beginning of wisdom." You're not tired from work. You're tired from always saying yes. Stop. Just stop. You're not being kind. You're being used. Every time you say yes to them, you say no to yourself. The first time you say no, some will act surprised. The second time, someone will call you difficult. Good. That means your boundaries are finally visible. Saying no isn't selfish. It's how you remind the world you exist. The seventh thing you need to stop doing is needing people to like you to feel okay. You send a message, no one replies for an hour, and you start wondering what you said wrong. You post something, then keep checking who liked it. You rewrite text just to sound nicer. You call it being polite. It's not. It's fear. Fear of being ignored. Fear of being wrong. Fear of not being enough on your own. The more you rely on other people's reactions, the less you trust your own. Every compliment gives you a rush. Every silence feels like something's wrong. And before you know it, your mood stops belonging to you and starts belonging to everyone else. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." So how do you break it? Stop checking who liked it. Look at it and ask, do I like it? Stop waiting for someone to tell you you're enough. Say it yourself. Stop changing who you are just to fit in. The right people don't need you to. Real confidence isn't about being liked. It's about liking who you are when no one's watching. You've learned the truth. Respect doesn't come from trying to please everyone. It comes from knowing where to stop. Stop apologizing. Stop explaining. Stop fixing what was never yours to fix. Start protecting what everyone else keeps taking, your time, your peace, your self-respect. Follow me. We'll grow stronger together.